General Hospital, show number 33, HS piece 80, VTR 21580. Oh, I think I will. So lovely when you hold it for a little while.
Well, taking a bar exam can be an emotionally exhausting experience, honey, as well as just plain tiring.
Well, Scotty is absolutely exhausted.
But you just tell him to take it easy today, okay?
I will, Lee. And thank you from both of us.
Well, all right, Duke. Now, we'll see you soon. Goodbye. Morning, Monica.
Lee? Lee, we didn't mean to barge in, but your secretary wasn't around.
You're not barging in at all. No, Mary isn't due here for another half hour. Sit down, please.
Thank you. Yeah.
Calling you both in here is something I felt as your friend and confidant and legal advisor I must do.
This isn't about the shredding of the deposition, is it?
No, Monica, it is not. Just that after a meeting Rick and I had yesterday, I felt three of us should get together and talk about your future with your son.
Lee, I didn't come here yesterday for legal advice.
No, you came as a friend, and I know that. To tell me about a crazy dream of claiming the woman you love.
Lee.
And whisking her off with her son to go to the wilds someplace to be a country doctor.
You said that?
It was a dream, a private dream that should have remained private.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I know you both too well. And I'm afraid this is a dream you both share. And it is a dream that you must let die. You must lay to rest. After we talked yesterday, Rick, I did some additional investigation. And I must now tell you both why it's almost impossible for the two of you ever to be together.
Well, a judgment can be reopened for mistake or inadvertent. Also because of fraud.
Scotty?
And also,
Scotty, wait.
neglect can reopen the judgment, too. Because...
Talk about neglect.
Where am I?
You're in bed with your loving wife.
What day is this?
The day after your last bar exam.
Yeah?
Yeah. Where'd you think you were anyway?
Oh, with this little red-headed examiner.
Scotty.
Well, hey, his name was Dave. Really wasn't my type.
Stop it.
Stop it. Wait, truth, please, all right? Will you...
Oh!
There. How do you like it?
You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy.
Laura, I tell you, I cannot believe that the bar exam is over.
I know. Neither can I.
It was just day and night of studying in that law review class. It's finished.
Yeah.
Over. No more.
Morning after morning.
I wish I didn't have to go to work this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I don't want to think about that because I'll just get really depressed.
Well, you don't have to get depressed because Lee called a little while ago and he's giving you the day off.
What? The whole day off?
That's right. The entire day. He doesn't want you to set one foot in the office. It's sort of a bar exam present.
My father knows how to give gifts, doesn't he?
He sure does. Oh, Scotty, this is going to be the start of a whole new, beautiful life together.
That's right. That's what it's going to be like from now on every morning. You waking up in my arms, telling me how much you love me. And you know how much I love you.
I'm still not sure that eliminating Laura Baldwin is the right way to go, Bill.
Well, if you'll excuse me for saying it, I feel you're washing over a situation I think we have to deal with. Did you listen to the phone tap tape again?
No, frankly, Bill, I didn't.
Well, I figured out a plan. I want you to take a look at it, and then the decision will be yours totally.
Let me see what you got.
As you know, this area here is full of housing developments. It's fairly densely populated. While this area to the northwest of Vegas is nothing but miles and miles and miles.
Yes, I see.
Well, I figured Laura Baldwin's body will be found just about here, right in the middle of the desert, if it's ever found. What will be found is her abandoned car and a tearful suicide note telling how after all these months she still couldn't cope with having been raped. The car's gas tank will be on empty, and she will apparently have had a change of heart and decided to try to make it back to civilization across the desert. But it's too bad she can't make it that far without food and water.
Intriguing idea, Bill.
We won't have to touch her physically. There'll be no question of foul play.
Just a miserable young girl who couldn't face life, huh?
That's right.
This was not the hit we had planned.
Oh, no. I dreamed it up myself. Sort of a thank you for the way that girl's treated me.
You've never liked Laura Baldwin, have you?
She's always treated me like scum. This is my little thank you. You know, I'd sure like to be the one to take the little princess on her last ride. Think about it, will you?
I will.
Rick, when you came to me yesterday, I was pretty sure of all the legal ramifications surrounding legitimacy and paternity, but since it's not my field, I wanted to find out everything I could about it. I hoped I could find you a legal loophole, but I couldn't.
Lee, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but what does legitimacy have to do with anything?
From what Lee said, just about everything.
Yes. See, Monica, since your child was conceived and born during a time when technically you were living with Alan, the child is considered to be his.
The child belongs to Rick.
No, not under the law. Not even if we can prove that Rick is the child's father. You see, the only tests that the court will accept today regarding paternity are exclusive tests. In other words, you can prove that somebody isn't the father. Look, you might be able to prove that Alan isn't the father, but you could never prove that Rick is. Alan Jr., under the law, is the legitimate child of you and Alan. And that child's rights to legitimacy supersede the natural father's rights to claim him. Now, it may seem unfair, dear, but see, that law was created to keep a parent from disclaiming a child out of anger or revenge toward the child or the child's mother.
I really don't know why I have to listen to this.
Well, you have to, Monica, because you have got to stop hoping that someday you can come to Rick with your son. Because you can't, and he must stop hoping that too. Look, aside from your son having to bear the stigma of illegitimacy if Rick tried to claim him, you'd be hurting an awful lot of other people in the process, people like Lesley, and Alan too.
So what you're telling us, or rather telling me, is that I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life paying for one night of love with Rick.
Well, Monica, you could leave him, you could leave Alan, but you'd always have to share custody of the child with him. In fact, under the circumstances, I should imagine he could gain sole custody. He could claim you deceived him because you tried to get your hand on Edgar Quatermain's trust fund. Monica, I'm sorry, but I felt I had to tell you this.
I think you said it very well yesterday when you said Alan was holding all the cards.
And there's one other thing, Monica. Please, dear. I can never represent you if Tracy tries to take you to court because of the privileged information in your deposition. And you see, I couldn't walk into a courtroom knowing that that child is not Alan's son.
Good morning, ladies. Isn't it a glorious day? And don't the two of you look absolutely stunning?
And aren't you in a good mood this morning?
I'm always in a good mood. And Bobbie, there's that dazzling smile we all know and love. There, that's much better. Is Amy in yet?
Amy Vining?
Yes, that's the one.
Came in a little while ago.
Good. Would you do me a favor and give her a message? Would you tell her that I am ready whenever she is? I'll be up in Alan's office. She'll know what that means.
Anything you say, Tracy.
Okay. I'm off to the salt mines. Ta-da! Ta-da!
Oh, she's something else, huh?
I tell you, there aren't many people in this world like Tracy Quartermaine Williams, thank heavens.
Yeah, you'd think she was heading off for a holiday the way she's acting.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. She has all of the chronic symptoms. A wide smile, laughing eyes, a glow to her cheeks.
Am I like that?
You were even whistling while you were preparing breakfast this morning,
Oh,
Jessie.
come on, no, I was not.
Don't be embarrassed. I think it's adorable.
Well, I am kind of thrilled about it, to tell you the truth. And if it doesn't work out, it's all your fault because you talked me into it.
Well, I couldn't let you let all that gorgeous lingerie go to waste.
Listen, Bobbie, what are you suggesting? Because I'm telling you,
Morning.
I don't lingerie, but Alan.
That's some greeting, Jessie.
I'm sorry, you startled me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Good morning, Bobbie.
Dr. Quartermaine?
Any messages for me?
No, not yet.
Good. I'm hoping for a fairly light day now. I'll be in my office.
Bye.
All right. Listen, now I'm embarrassed. Why didn't you tell me he was standing there?
Main desk, Miss Spencer.
Amy?
Dr. Quartermaine, what a nice surprise.
Is everything all set?
I couldn't be more set. I just ran into Tracy on the way to your office, and she's meeting me in the lab.
And do you have the card I gave you?
Right here. Once Tracy sees this, all your problems will be over. She'll know once and for all that Alan Jr. is your son.
You know, maybe I could actually cut my classes today. I mean, one day, that can't really hurt me that much.
Oh, no, you don't.
But I'd love to spend the whole day with you.
Oh, I'd love to spend the whole day with you, too. But I think you know, deep down inside, that you can't miss your classes.
Well, I do have a test today. And I don't want to miss unless I really have to. I mean, I've been cutting so many classes lately. I really have to work hard to bring up my average.
Well, I have faith in you.
I have faith in you, too. That's why I know you passed your bar exams.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's not one doubt in my mind, Scotty. In fact, you're going to be the best lawyer this world has ever seen.
Yeah, I want to be the best in Port Charles. Then maybe the rest of the world.
Oh, most definitely the whole world.
Laura, listen, I'm sorry that I ever had doubts about you.
I don't blame you. You knew all along that I wasn't leveling with you about knowing the man who raped me.
The fact that you wouldn't share it with me, you know, that just shut me out.
Scotty, the night of the electrical storm, you know, when I finally started telling you some of the things, that was the most difficult night of my life.
How do you feel now that we talked?
I wish that I'd come to you sooner. And I'm sorry that I still can't tell you the man's name.
Maybe someday.
Oh, Scotty, do you know how wonderful it is that you haven't asked me again, that you haven't even brought up the subject?
That's because I want it to be over for us. Like you said this morning, it's a new beginning. You know, from now on, it's a mutual trust, love, respect.
Let's always keep the lines of communication open.
That's right. No busy signals.
No disconnected numbers?
Listen, how much time do we have before you have to go to school?
Oh, I'd say just about time enough.
Wow. Let me tell you, if that's Brian, I'm gonna strangle him, I swear it. Brian,
No, he's taller. Did
Lesley.
I interrupt something?
No, we're having coffee.
Oh,
Come on in.
thanks.
Laura, it's your mother.
In case you wouldn't recognize me.
Oh,
Hi.
good morning, Mother.
Good morning, daughter.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Sure, if that wouldn't be a problem.
Nope, not at all.
So, there I was on my way to the hospital, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just stop in and see my daughter and what's his name that she married.
I'm glad you could stop by, Lesley. I'll take your coat.
Thanks. So, Scotty, how did the bar exam go? Was it the horror you thought it was going to be?
Well, it wasn't too bad, which means I probably flunked.
Oh, no. He passed with flying colors.
I'm sure you're right. Well, it's wonderful to see you so relaxed and happy.
We really are.
Good. I worry about you too, you know.
Well, you don't have to worry about us anymore. Ever.
So, Scotty, what are you going to do with all your free time now?
Well, actually, I'll be pretty busy. Then, of course, there's a lot of work that I have to do for Mr. Smith. Then we're going to be flying out to Las Vegas for the opening of the new disco out there.
Ah, I didn't know you were going. I heard about it. I heard Luke's going to manage it. I didn't know you were going.
Yeah, it's really going to be a dynamite place, and I still can't believe that Mr. Smith is springing for the vacation for Laura. And Brian and Claudia are coming along, too.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, the two of you will have all that time just to relax together in the sun. With all that desert scenery, I envy you.
We're going to love every minute of it.
Yeah, I have to admit, this is going to be quite some trip.
You may want to check Jackson about this plan and get his input.
I'll take care of it.
He's familiar with the turf around Vegas. If we're doing away with the Baldwin girl, we can't afford any slip-ups.
I'll take care of that.
Come in!
Good morning, Daddy. Oh, Bill, I didn't realize that you were in a meeting.
Oh, we're just about through. How nice to see you, Luke.
Hello, sir. Bill?
Guess what, Daddy? Luke's agreed to. A love match.
Well.
Oh, wait a minute. I agreed to an indoor tennis game.
He can be such a spoiled sport.
I gather you're here for the key to the club.
Yes.
Well, I have it right here in the desk.
You know, I think it's a rather good idea, having a love match. After all, it's February 29th.
What's that?
Oh, that happens to be leap year, that's right.
Watch out for that daughter of mine, Luke. I think she has big plans for you.
It's completely proper to propose to a man during leap year.
Oh, well, I'll try to take care of myself, sir.
Oh, I'm certain of that. Strange, I can't find the key in here. It's probably upstairs.
I'll call for a duplicate.
No, it's quicker if we go for it ourselves. Why don't you give me a hand, Jennifer?
All right. You better be here when I get back.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm looking forward to that game.
Watch out for that game playing, Luke. You never know when you'll end up the loser.
Don't worry, Bill. I never lose. Never. Did we interrupt something important?
Oh, we were just looking over the territory in Vegas.
What are you doing? Planning to buy up all the vacant land in the desert?
The desert figures very big in our future plans, Luke. Now that Howard Hughes is gone, someone's got to take up the slack, don't you think? Might as well be us, right?
Well, I don't see why not.
Well, I sure do hate having to leave. I enjoy your company so much. But duty calls. I got a lot of long-range planning to do, Luke.
Oh, well, you better get at it, Bill.
Right.
Well, this is it.
Great.
You'll enjoy the club. Did Bill leave?
Oh, we had very urgent business.
No talk about business. Now let's go.
All right, I'm
Bye,
feeling
Daddy.
lucky. Goodbye, sir.
information. May I help you?
Yes, operator. I'd like the number of the FBI, please.
The local number for the Federal Bureau of Investigation is 555-2121.
Thank you.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Federal Bureau.
Perhaps Bill is right. Perhaps she does plan to call the FBI again. Too bad. Laura Baldwin is such a lovely young girl. But we don't have any choice.
Dr. Schaefer called lobby desk. Dr. Schaefer called lobby desk.
By the way, have I thanked you lately?
For what?
For being so flexible and always willing to work when I need you.
Ah, Jessie, you know you can always count on me. And besides, with so many of the nurses out sick and you running off for a long weekend, somebody's got to stick around.
Maybe I shouldn't go.
Oh, no, you don't. I was only kidding. And besides, Dan will absolutely skin me alive if you back out now.
Tell you the truth, I'm looking forward to it.
You're discussing our weekend, I hope.
Oh, hello, Dan.
As a matter of fact, she was, Dan.
Well, that's the best news I've heard all day.
Let's just hope you have a delightful trip.
Here, here.
And let's just hope that everybody in this hospital stops gossiping about a perfectly innocent weekend away.
As a matter of fact, I am the one who has been disseminating that story.
Oh, well, whatever happened to that directive about hospital gossip, Mr. Administrator?
Directive? What directive?
Everybody seems to think we're imitating Ann and Joe.
Well, we are going to the same ski lodge. Joe filled me in on all the rooms. Big bedrooms with big fireplaces, and the bellman makes roaring fires, and they have room service, and the most expensive champagne. He tells me the beds are even comfortable.
Dan, I just hope it isn't too expensive having 2 bedrooms instead of 1.
Oh, no, not at all. We both have our reputations to think of. Have a nice day, you two.
To our future. A future that was never meant to be.
Rick, please don't.
Don't tell me I'm being melodramatic.
You are.
But what would you like? Standing on top of the world, shouting because I found out that my son belongs to someone else, that he's going to grow up calling somebody else Dad.
You have known it all along, Rick. We both have.
I'm sorry I went to Seeley yesterday, and I'm sorry that I told him about my dream. And I am surest to God sorry that he told you.
I'm not. He was right. It's been my dream, too.
Monica, I should be raising my own son. I should be telling him what life is all about. I should play ball with him in the backyard. Show him what it's like for a man to love a woman.
Rick, don't do this, please.
Show him parents that can love each other.
I will show him love. Rick, I will.
Do you have any idea just how I feel knowing that my son belongs to somebody else?
Don't put it, just don't put it that way.
Alan legally owns my son. That is what Lee has been trying to tell us. What's all this garbage about civil rights, equal rights? What happens to my rights? Monica, I don't have a right to ask you to leave Alan and come away with me, do I? And Alan's not going to let you take Alan Jr. away, is he? And you wouldn't leave Alan unless the baby came with you, would you?
Good morning.
Amy, how are you?
Terrific as usual.
Is there something I can help you with?
No, actually, I just have some blood type cards to file here.
Okay. Listen, I could use a coffee break. You wouldn't mind watching the store for me for 10 minutes, would
Go
you?
right ahead.
Thank you.
you are. Right on time.
I told you I'd be here.
You certainly did.
We're gonna have to hurry. The technician just went out for some coffee, but you never know who might walk in.
Okay. I really would like to relish every second, though, you know.
If anyone comes in, we're looking for your file.
Okay. Whatever you want. Just let me look.
Quartermain Jr.
Okay, I don't know if my heart can stand it. Okay, the baby is... typo. Okay, now we need my dear sister-in-law and my dear brother.
Okay. Here is Monica's.
Okay, Monica. Quartermain is... what? Typo. She's also typo. Well, that's to be expected, I suppose. Okay, now my brother, please.
Here is Alan.
Alan Quartermain. Typo.
Really?
He can't be typo. What do you mean typo? I can't believe that Alan is typo. Well, Rick could also be typo. And if Rick was typo, then he would be the father, too. I know it works that way. Look up Rick for me, will you?
Okay. Here, Rick Weber should be right about...
Amy, please hurry.
Okay, Tracy, I'm hurrying. Calm down.
Okay, I'm sorry. Rick is... he's type B. He can't be type B. Alan is type O, the baby is type O, Monica is type O, and Rick is type B. This doesn't prove a thing.
Gee, Tracy, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. I am beyond words.
I guess you must be wrong about Rick.
I'm not wrong about Rick. There's a mistake somewhere.
We could check the files again.
I don't believe those files. Those files are rubbish, and I'll bet my brother somehow, some way tampered with them.
Oh, Tracy, you don't believe that.
I don't believe that? You bet I believe it. My brother is so conniving, and he wants to control that trust fund so badly that he would do anything. Anything. Thank you, Amy, for nothing.
You're welcome. Perfect timing. I just finished my job.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.